In this session, we will take a look at TIBCO Business Works 5 project, which is a file-based project shipped out of the box from TIBCO. And this is TIBCO Designer. On the left-hand side, you will see the project panel where the project files and folders uh, persisted on disk are available. And we have multiple tabs here: global variables, tester, palettes. We will uncover these as we go through. And there are different types of palettes available. And for this particular project, we'll be focusing on file palette. And there are different activities present in the file palette. For example, these are the activities available for file palette: copy file, create file, file puller, list files, read file, remove file, rename file, wait for file change, and write file. And the names are pretty intuitive and they suggest that what that particular activity does. And we have almost used all the activities as part of this file-based project. And on the right hand side, on the top, you will see the process canvas where developers can design and develop a BusinessWorks 5 project. And the bottom, you will see the configuration panel. What are the multiple options available to configure these activities? And on the project panel, you see the project folders and files. And there are two types of files available. There is a golden color process definition files. And on one of it, you will see a green play button, and the other one, you do not see that green play button. What does that mean is this application process flow starts in this process order process definition where there is a play button available, and the other process is a sub process which is called inside of this main process. We will be uncovering it in a while. And these are the schema definition files which are used in this project. So, and if you see here, when I click on the main starter process, inside the brackets, this is the name given by TIBCO, which is called process definition. And you can name it anything which is meaningful. And the best practice is it should say what that particular process does. And in this case, it is process order, which means it processes some new orders in a business. And likewise, when we click on the activity, it will tell you the actual name of that activity, what it does. And in this case, it is a file puller, which is a starter activity. And you see the play button on it, which signifies that this is a starter activity. This is where the process flow starts. And in the other case, in the sub-process, you will see just a start and end, which means that this is a sub-process and not main process. Like I said, this is file puller, and the name suggests that it's listening for new order files. And the file name is defined in a global variable. If you go to the global variable tab, you will see the file name BW new order file, which is coming from project files inside the project, and it's BW new order.xml. And let's see what it looks like. This is the BW new order.xml, and when we click on the source, you will see the nice XML structure, and the root element is order. The customer name is Hank Hill. Ship to address is given: street, city, state, zip code, country, and items that he ordered, like item number 9876, and the quantity is 1. Item number 5612, quantity is 2, and the total price is $123. And there is another XML file which is used as part of this project. Let's see what it is, and we will see in a while how it is used. And there is a shipping costs rule element under which, based on destination, it is defining what is the total shipping cost. For example, if the region is USA and the max purchase price is like $50, then the shipping total is 120. And likewise, if max purchase price is 250, the shipping cost is 40. And for EMEA region, we have different shipping costs. And for Australasia, which is Australia and Asia region, there is a different shipping cost. And Americas, as we have seen USA already, rest of the Americas like Canada or South American countries like Brazil or Argentina, there is a different shipping cost. Okay, now let's go to the main process where the flow starts. And this particular process waits for some new order file. And as and when it receives a new order file, it will parse the order file. Parse XML is the actual name of this activity. And this is the name given by the developer, parse new order file. Basically, this activity takes a text input from the file poller output. This is the text content. And inside parse XML, you'll see this is coming from text content from the file poller. And then this activity converts XML to, text to an XML format. And here you can see a nice XML structure that we have just saw in the PW new order.xml. Then there is a create file activity which says create approval file, and we will see what that is in a minute. And then we have to calculate the shipping cost. For that, we are taking the total order price from the new order file, and then the destination from the ship to country. And then we have to read the shipping cost XML, then convert it into XML, nice XML structure. Then on the end activity, I see there is an XPath to calculate the shipping costs. Then we get the shipping cost from here. Then there is a wait for approval file change. Basically, it is a wait for file change activity inside the file palette. This is the one. And wait for approval file change is something which is trying to imitate a manual process or manual step in a real-time business. We will see how does that work. And then after the approval or denial or whatever it is, we have to remove that approval file, because this is an intermediate file that is created for the process flow, and we do not want to keep that file, and the file will take some space on the server in real time. We do not want to waste resources on the files which we do not need anymore. So we have to delete it, and basically it's a remove file. Then there is an XPath condition for two different flows. One is if the order is approved, and the other is if the order is delayed. And then there is a customer notification file, which is a write file. And let's see how this customer notification works when we try to run the business flow. All right, let me try to run this process definition flow, and we already have a new order which is coming from TIBCO. Let's see how this works. When we select the play button here, we will see select processes to load. We don't need to select this one because this is called by the main process. We need to only select the main process, and I will choose load selected. Okay, the process has started, and we can see the text content from the new order XML, and it is converted from a text to a nice XML structure. And then we see a create approval file here in the project files. Let me refresh. You see, this is the business BW approved order, and we have to say here whether it is approved or delayed or whatever it is. And then let's go to the next and we will see this process will wait until some manual step is performed, and then the next step is remove that approval file, so it will be removed, and then based on order is approved or delayed, uh, customer notification file will be generated. So let me approve this file here and apply and save that file and see what happens next. Okay, so here PW approve order, which is approved, and let's see, it removed the approval file. Let me refresh and see if it is removed. Okay, it's removed, and I don't see that approved file anymore. And what happened next is it went in order approved flow because we approved it, and there's a customer notification file which is created, and this is a customer notification, and let's see what is happening here. Hey Hankel, your order has been approved. The cost is as follows. Purchase cost is $123 and shipping cost is $40 and total cost is $163. Let's see how this shipping cost $40 is coming. Here in the shipping cost XML, the country or region is US and the max purchase price is 123, so it will not fit here. And let's see here, max purchase price is 250, which is fitting our criteria. Like $123 is less than $250, so this is the shipping cost, and that is what we see in the final customer notification file. That shipping cost is $40 to ship, and the total cost Hank has to pay is 163. I'll stop here and continue